Hello, ladies, gentlemen, critters. It is me, Eden, or just E. Call me what you want. I am here. It's dark out, so excuse the horrendous lighting. This video, I apologize. I should do better, but this is the quality you get when you come to my channel, so you're welcome. I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience growing up an only child. I have not met a ton of people who were like legit only children, who have no like half siblings or step siblings or stuff like that. And I have noticed that people who are only children share a lot of similarities, typically, just like weird quirks and personality traits. And it's something that I find very interesting, probably because I'm an only child, and I would love to think that I'm interesting, So I don't even really know where to start with this, because, I've been an only child my entire life. I will be an only child for the rest of my life. And it is something I never really thought about that much growing up. But the older I got, the more I realized how weird of an experience it is. So growing up, I didn't have a very big family. I only have like 3 cousins total, and I don't live in the same state as them and didn't grow up around them. I would see them every year, every couple of years, depending on whatever. So I spent a lot of time alone. I constantly talk to myself, we'll full on have conversations with myself. This is something I still do to this day. I had this weird thing. This is so embarrassing, honestly, but when I was a kid, I would binge eat dry cereal, and I had this theory that there was a camera inside of cereal boxes, and said camera was planted by American Idol, obviously, because who else would be putting cameras in cereal boxes? So I would just sing to the box, because obviously I wanted to be on American Idol. So that was a thing. I feel like I had a lot of delusional type things, seeing shadow people, seeing demons. That's something I'll touch on in another video. Growing up religious, because shocker, I'm a pastor's daughter. My dad's not a pastor anymore, but he was. So I feel like my mind was doing a lot more creating, conjuring things up than normal, because I was bored and alone, and what else am I gonna do but hang out with my imaginary friends and all the demons that are out to get me. So yeah, there's that. And then once I started going to school, elementary school, it became very apparent to me that I was not, I don't want to say not normal, because nobody's normal. Normal's not really a thing. I was just not like the other kids, and I didn't really know how to have normal conversations or relationships. I always felt extremely awkward, and I just felt like I didn't fit in anywhere, no matter how hard I tried. I just felt like I was different. I was broken. I couldn't understand people. People couldn't understand me. And it was just this vicious cycle that trickled into adulthood. I still feel like an outsider all the time. And so it created a lot of social anxiety within me that I never really got better with. It actually kind of just got worse and worse. I was bullied a lot because I was fucking weird, dude. You know, I would bully me too. Like, I get it. But it was really hard on me, obviously. So I had weird little things. Like, I had to sit, they had to like open a door for me in my classrooms, so that I could sit by the door, because I would throw up or at least be nauseous all the time, even if I wasn't throwing up. So that just like called more attention to me and made me look even weirder than I already did. It turned into a lot of rebellion. I had a lot of issues with teachers and just like lashing out in very odd ways. I remember, I don't know if you guys had like white slips at your school. We had like white slips, yellow slips, and pink slips, but white slips were the worst, if I recall correctly. And the first white slip I ever got was because I went into the middle of the field during recess, and I just went, God damn it! So yeah, that was me. That was normal me behavior. I'm so quirky, LOL. I just feel like I couldn't cope properly because I didn't know how to talk about things. I didn't know how to talk about the way I was feeling, the things I was going through, and I just felt so alone. And I felt like it was something that couldn't be remedied. Another thing, everything has always been about me for the most part in my household. I was very spoiled. I mean, to a certain extent, my parents would at least try to give me anything and everything that I asked for. So I kind of grew up with an inflated ego, an inflated sense of importance, if you will. And that's just not how the real world is, you know? I'm not that important. I mean, in my own life, yes, I'm very important, but the rest of the world is not just like pandering to me the way that I guess I would have liked. I mean, who wouldn't like that? But I just felt so like comfortable in my house and in my circle, just my parents, me, whatever. But I always wished that I had a sibling, because it would have been nice to have somebody who shares the same trauma as I do, who went through the same exact experiences, with me so that I wouldn't have felt so alone, and I would have had somebody just to talk to, and somebody who understands and doesn't judge. But now that I'm 27, almost 28, oh God, I am extremely grateful to be an only child. I know my parents are extremely grateful that I'm an only child as well, because I'm enough work as is. But yeah, those are the main things I can think of right now. I know there's a lot more to it, and there's a lot more that I have noticed just like talking to other people, that like only children are just kind of like weird. There's something just like off about us, and it's not really necessarily a good thing, you know? Kind of selfish, kind of egotistical. I don't know if that's a word. I hope it's a word. I don't want to sound stupid. But yeah, I am extremely grateful that everything was the way it was. Well, not everything, but you know, I'm grateful that I don't have siblings that I have to fight for their attention or fight against them for attention, and you know, yeah. But it would have been nice to have like a built-in best friend. That is the one thing that makes me kind of say, oh, I wish I had a sibling. It also would have been nice to have like a brother. I always wanted a sister, but it would have been nice to have a brother to like protect me from all the douchebag guys that were ever in my life. Which, being honest, most of them were douchebags. Oh, this is another thing. I don't know if this was just a me thing or if this is like an only child thing, but I was a big, fat, fucking liar. I lied about everything, and I always got caught. There was this one time where I had a friend over, which was very rare because I didn't really have friends, and I had lied and said that I had a sister. So obviously when she's over at my house, she's like, oh, where's your sister? And I was like, oh, she's at the YMCA at soccer or some shit. And then when we were having dinner with my parents, she said something about my sister, and my parents were like, she doesn't have a sister. And it was so embarrassing. Once I got like older, I can't lie anymore. I never lie. What I wish I would have realized a long time ago is that I'm a shit liar, and if I lie, I'm gonna get caught and I'm gonna look stupid, because I am the type of person who I can't look you in the eyes. I am like stuttering, just tripping over my words, like so embarrassingly obvious that I am a big fat liar. So there was that aspect, which is great. I just felt like I felt so uninteresting, and for some reason I thought that my imaginary sister would make me appear more normal and more interesting and relatable, but it doesn't. The two don't even correlate, so I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I learned a valuable lesson from it. Don't lie. It's not worth it. Maybe if you're a good liar, then it's worth it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you're a good liar, and all the great things that being a good liar can bring you. That's all that I can think of right now. I am gonna leave it there, but if I think of anything else, I'm gonna edit it into the end of this video. But that being said, thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know your experience as an only child, with siblings, with half siblings, with step siblings, growing up with cousins, whatever. I am very interested. This topic of like family dynamic and order is very interesting to me and intriguing, because there are a lot of similarities, like in first children, middle children, all that, you know. So yeah, if you liked the video, give it a like. If you hated the video, give it a dislike. And go ahead and leave me a nice comment or a mean comment. You do you. We all have a right to our opinion. Thanks, guys. Bye.